up, kids? It's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gangsta commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons. It's Shaturday morning cartoons.
Happy
Happy
Saturday,
Saturday.
everybody!
Hey,
Hey,
it's Saturday morning.
yeah, it's time to watch Saturday morning cartoons. We were off for a couple weeks to regroup in January, but we're back. It's a new year, and we got new Shaddy cartoons to watch. Today we're going to be watching Dino Riders. Dino Riders harness the power of dinosaurs, and with us today is a special guest, Rebecca Dart. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy
Hiya.
to be here. I'm such a big fan of the show. I've seen every episode.
What? Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy. Well, we wanted to have you on because you are an artist that has worked in animation a lot. I know. I think when we met you, you were working on My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Is that right?
That's right. That's probably the project that has given me the most street cred. And I was a character designer and art director for the TV series, and I was the art director on the My Little Pony feature film.
Whoa!
Nice.
So animated movie too. What characters did you design on that?
I think the one that's the biggest fan favorite is Queen Chrysalis.
Yes. Okay. My niece was a huge fan, so I know something about Friendship is Magic. And now you're working for you're the art director at Atomic Cartoons.
That's correct.
Which I saw you guys just produced the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special.
That's right.
I watched over the holidays. Congrats on that.
I didn't work on it, but the crew did an amazing job, and it's such a cool thing. I remember seeing the original Star Wars special when I was a kid.
The 1978 Christmas special. Yeah, I like the references to that in the Lego one. Yeah. And I've been noticing on your Instagram posting a lot of dinosaur art, so I thought you'd be the perfect guest for this. Let me just show some of your art off here. This is some pieces you sent me. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, thanks.
What dinosaur are we looking at here?
This is Cynoceratops or Sinosaurus. Of course, the paleo nerds are gonna probably roast me.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot here.
If I get it wrong.
You know what I appreciate? You went for a deep cut. You didn't go like, I'm going to go with T-Rex. I'm going to go with, you went for a deep cut dinosaur with that one.
Who do we have here?
Triceratops.
Triceratops, right.
Yeah.
Yes. Classic.
Yes.
Where did your interest in drawing dinosaurs come from?
Ever since I was a little kid, I loved dinosaurs and any kind of sort of extinct animals. And but I was always like really intimidated to do paleo art because I was just like, my anatomy is not nearly the best, and I really don't paint in a photorealistic style. But like since now we're sort of in a golden age of paleontology right now, there's like so many new discoveries, and there's like been so much more diverse paleo art coming out. I kind of like lost my intimidation, so I was able to sort of like
I really like your style. Look at the light coming on the bottom of this. They used to call it a brontosaurus, right? What is this dinosaur?
This is a
Allosaurus?
A patasaurus? Diplodocus?
A Chinese sauropod that had the longest neck, one of the longest necks.
Would they rest their necks like that? Because that looks really weird. The one in the back.
Maybe. We don't know.
You're saying that's not a photograph?
I mean,
the shading is magnificent.
It is really incredible.
Thanks.
I like that they just flopped it down. They just flopped it down.
That's what my dog does. I don't see why they wouldn't.
That's true. That makes
it's
sense.
Pretty heavy. It's a heavy neck.
You're talking about golden age of paleontology. By the way, today, huge discovery. We're filming this before. Do you know about this, Rebecca? They discovered the first intact dinosaur butthole.
Yes,
today.
It is beautiful and perfect. I think it was described as.
Yes, they described it as the Swiss Army knife of excretory openings, which I think Joe will be interested in. Because
you have any photos?
Did you see this on the AP Wire or on Pornhub?
It is the Sitka cloaca.
Yes, the cloaca, which I know birds have, and it kind of does everything, right? It's a cloacal vent that poops.
Most animals have cloacas.
And that it does the pooping and the peeing all like one-stop shopping.
The pooping and the peeing and the egg laying, all
Oh, and the
in the
egg
same
laying
tube.
too.
And the fertilizing.
Yeah.
It all
So
happens
think of that
in
next
one
time you
tube.
have eggs.
And the UPS drop box.
And they found intact scent glands, and they could tell that the coloring was different, almost like a baboon's ass, to try to attract
Yeah.
mates. And
I bet Mother
fascinating.
Nature. I bet Mother Nature was just like getting lazy at that point. Just like this hole does it all. Let's just have a hole that does it all. And they're
Yeah.
just like, yes, let's do it. I'm tired of all this bullshit. Let's just do one hole.
That's how it works. That's
Yeah.
how evolution works, is laziness.
it's a wonderful magical hole. Well, before we get into excretion, let's talk about what we're eating. What do we got for cereals today? Joe, what are you rocking?
Well, I knew that we were doing a comp like Dino Riders, which sounds like a mashup of dinosaurs and transportation. So I mashed up Crispix, my old standby here, with my bag that Whitney sent me of just the marshmallows that she sent, and it's Crispix is better with these, but I'm not doing milk now because I think I get a little too slurpy during shows, and because I'm a slurper. And the other day, my wife heard me slurping cereal down the hallway, and it's a far hallway. She's like, "I can hear you slurping from here." So I'm like, "I'm just not going to do milk anymore for Shaturday because I can."
And ironically, other people's eating sounds really bother you.
I hate it. I can't stand going to movies because I hate hearing people eat popcorn behind me. It drives me nuts to hear that grazing of the.
Yeah.
Do you think popcorn is like the worst food to sell in movie theaters?
Like, even as far as sounds go?
Yeah.
Well, since they discontinued Pop Rocks, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
No,
yeah, those are some weird mouth sounds.
I think it's just because it's so quiet in there that you can't actually hear people eating popcorn. So yeah, it drives me bonkers.
Well, I
Anyways.
decided to give Pop-Tart cereal a second chance. I tried this in a previous one, but I tried cinnamon flavor, which almost made you like wince when you ate it. It was so gross. But I gotta say, strawberry righted the ship. These taste delicious. They have, you can see the colored frosting on, just like the real Pop-Tarts, and it's a flavor explosion. Joe, I think you'd like these.
The photo looks great. The photo makes it look incredible. Can I see what it actually looks like? Break one in half, and I want to see what it actually
pretty
looks
close.
They look like little Hot Pockets.
Yeah, they are.
like. Yeah, but
and
break it
there's
in half. I want to see the inside.
There's strawberry jam in the middle, and that's kind of, well, I don't know if you could see that. It's sort of, it's a little mushy, but really good. Recommended. And George, I hate to even ask.
I'm eating, so you see, well, you can't see. They look, I realize that Cheerios, they look like they're screaming, right? They don't look cheery. So I got a new type of cereal called Munkos. And
just spare size. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know how they go, but
they're a scream.
The opposite. They are.
You see, everything looks like it's screaming to you, right, George? Like everything looks like it's screaming.
And I'm done with it. Yeah.
Well, when you've only got a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So, Rebecca, what do you have?
Well, I couldn't find anything
in Vancouver,
dinosaur.
right?
I'm in Vancouver, Canada, so I couldn't find anything dinosaur themed, so I went Canadian, and I went for the Timbits.
Whoa, no, those are donut
those?
holes, right? Those are.
Yeah, they're like basically like donut holes, which in French is Timbits.
Oh, it's an exact translation.
It's an exact translation.
So
Awfully
Tim Hortons, they're like your Dunkin' Donuts, right? I think we have Tim Hortons somewhere in the United States.
Somewhere in the States, yeah.
Yeah. But that's like your Dunkin' Donuts, basically.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like Dunkin' Donuts put out a cereal, which I bet they did.
I believe they do, actually.
Yeah.
When did scientists find the donut hole? Did that?
It's they're still it's like they haven't
just discovered it. I heard.
Yeah, at the same time they discovered dark matter was when they discovered the donut hole.
And that new magical hole that can do everything.
Yeah,
the cloacal vent.
The cloaca of donuts.
And how are the Timbits?
They smell great. They smell just like chocolate donuts.
Ooh,
but,
all right.
But
I'm on board.
And they taste pretty good too, actually.
Yeah,
but they have chocolate and birthday cake, the two flavors.
Ooh.
I went for chocolate.
Part of this nutritious breakfast.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Packed with vitamins.
Well, we have
Yeah.
energy, and we're going to need it for an action-packed show. Dino Riders, it came out concurrently with a toy. So it's just a clear way to market a toy. And let me just show you, because the packaging for this was incredible. I mean, we talk about dinosaur art. I'm going through your paintings. Look at the packaging for this toy.
Yes.
That's some amazing art.
Yeah.
For
This art is by Ezra Tucker.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So is this a
Who's Ezra
famous
Tucker? I don't know who that
paleo
is.
artist?
He worked on a lot of concept art, and currently he does a lot of wildlife paintings. And but yeah, this is I looked it up because I've seen this art before, and I was like really sort of mesmerized by it. So I was like, I wanted to find out who did it. So yeah, so all the packaging art was done by Ezra Tucker.
I gotta say, some of the coolest toys that we've shown for all the toy tie-ins we've had. And let's do that. We always start out with a commercial. So let's start off with a commercial for the toys that went along with this cartoon.
The battle for water. The evil Rulons build a dam to cut off the Dino Riders' water supply.
Playing in the mud again, Krulos? Crush them, Cobras. With what, Krulos?
The Pachycephalosaurus move the boulders.
What's wrong? Got a tummy-ache T-Rex?
The Stegosaurus breaks the dam.
I'll get you yet, Tark.
Stegosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex with motorized walking action, and Pachycephalosaurus each with figures and battle gear. Dino Riders.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's so
Motorized
radical.
walking action, and the jaws moved.
You know, it ticks a couple boxes, I think, for kids. It's like dinosaurs and like Transformers. And then wasn't there a cartoon years ago, I think for really young kids, that was like Dinosaur Train, which ticked the box of trains, because kids love trains and kids love dinosaurs. Dinosaur Train. Boom,
Yeah.
I mean,
greenlit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like basically G.I. Joe on the backs of dinosaurs, because they all they shoot lasers, you know, with mechanical things on the dinos.
Well, and Transformers had the Dinobots too.
That's true.
That,
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
I think that they were the original dinosaur,
anybody
like
have-
badass dinosaurs.
Yeah. Did anybody have these toys growing up? This was 1988 through 90.
I don't think it
It's
was
a
cool
little
enough.
late for me.
No.
Yeah, it would have
No.
been middle school for us anyway. We probably wouldn't have
Yeah.
had these. But
I don't even remember seeing them in stores.
I don't either, but it makes sense. And this is from a company called Tyco, which I was looking up a little bit of the history of Tyco, and they started off as in 1926, they were model trains. They only did model trains. And then in the 40s, during World War II, they had to shut down their model train operation and go manufacture precision mapping equipment. But then they came back in the 50s and 60s with speedways and RC cars, like slot cars. And so you had things like this international pro racing track. And in the 80s, they were still doing slot cars. Look at this 18 action train set.
That's pretty sweet.
Man.
Yeah. And then they they branched out and did Tickle Me Elmo in 1995. And
that was huge. I mean, that must have built their empire right there.
Mm.
It helped them sustain until I think 1999. Mattel bought them, and that was sort of the end of Tyco. But
Tyco,
they had a great run. I mean, and 88 and 90 was Dino Riders. They had four series of action figures, which came with the figure, and then also the dinosaur, which the Smithsonian was so impressed by how the coloring and how well the dinosaurs were rendered as toys, that they made their own versions of it to sell at museums just without the helmets and stuff on them, because they were so realistic. Really detailed. And then the larger toys, like the biggest ones, that like they had the dinosaurs' heads would sway as they went. And also Rex from Toy Story, the dinosaur, was based on the T-Rex that we just saw in that commercial. And I believe there's a line in Toy Story where Buzz Lightyear asks about him, and he says, I'm from Mattel. And he says, actually, no, I was purchased in a leveraged buyout by a bigger company. And that was referencing Tyco buying out, or Mattel buying out Tyco.
And like 3 people understood that reference.
Exactly, yeah. The real toy fans, I guess. And so the cartoon was part of the Marvel action series in 1988. And this VHS tape came out before the TV show even aired. This is like a standalone thing that you would only buy maybe with your toys. And then later it was made into a series of 14 episodes that aired. And that was it. This is 27 minutes, and it says it says right here, I don't know if you can see it. It says running time 27 minutes, including Tyco commercials. So they're not even. You get Tyco commercials on here. I left a couple of them in.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a selling point. You can see some of our commercials.
And I gotta say, their commercials are pretty great because
They're
like
pretty awesome.
they create some. It's like every kid has a magical backyard. They can have a moat in it, and
Yeah.
places to hide.
But I
My-
remember, but you would get like a GI Joe and you'd bring it home and you'd want to reenact that. But it would just be like I'd put a couple sticks down, and then just like rip some grass. It looked like shit compared to their.
My friend Kat mentioned that she saved the UCP codes from Tide detergent to send away for that VHS.
Oh, really? That's how you
Dino
did
Riders.
this?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, it has a proof of purchase here, and
Yeah.
here's that art that I showed earlier. You can see this is $1.49 at the Goodwill.
Yeah. It's
Got
so
it.
From
cool.
Tide detergent, you'd save
Yeah.
so okay. I'm
Probably
trying to
all
think of
UCP
the
codes
strategy.
and like some money, and then she sent it away for it. Yeah.
So then you'd ask your parents, "Can you get Tide so that I can get the UPC so I can
Yes.
get the Dino Riders VHS?"
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Synergy.
I
Product
asked her if she
synergy.
did extra laundry just to get the UCP codes. So it's like,
She got extra dirty.
yeah.
Apparently, the dinosaurs that were drawn in the cartoon were based, or credited in the cartoon was William Stout, who was a. Do you know him, Rebecca?
Oh yeah, I'm a huge William Stout fan.
Okay, so he I guess was either the consultant or the dinosaur designer for the cartoon.
Yes.
All you really have to know, because we're going to be watching the first episode, that's what's on tape, is that the Valorians are the good guys and the Rulons are the bad guys, and the voice cast has a lot of our familiar favorites, and there's not a single woman in the cartoon at all. Not a single
there's one.
female, even close. I didn't notice any.
But wait a
That
second,
is-
can I ask some questions, or do they explain all this stuff in the first episode?
It's all explained. You get
Okay,
the whole
okay.
backstory. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
This premiered on TV on October 1st, 1988. It's called The Adventure Begins. Should we dive in?
Let's do it.
Let it begin.
They derive from pre-existing rocks through the workings of weathering, erosion, transport, and deposition.
It's kind of like the AHA video for Take
It
On
is.
Me, isn't it?
Tried to find the credit who did this opening sequence, and I couldn't find anything on it. I thought maybe it was like the woman and the man who did the AHA video, but I couldn't
does.
find.
It
Yeah, it
looks
kinda has that
exactly like that.
rotoscope colored
Yeah.
pencil look. It's pretty cool, actually.
I can see
What is
some
the back
executive
doing?
there.
Back
Sorry?
right?
Oh yeah.
Yawning.
Oh
He had some Munk O's.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, was that a filter that they used back then, or did they
I
have
think
to
it's
actually?
rotoscoped. It would have to be rotoscoped.
They draw
at this
over
time.
video of.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. It's super cool.
I was
Yeah.
surprised by this opening.
And deposition, the never-ending process reworking the Earth's crust. Weathering is the crumbling of the crust in place through exposure to atmospheric elements. It paves the way for erosion, the carving away of rock by streams and glaciers, wind and wave.
Right now, your friends being like, all that tide was worth it.
Well worth all the time. Dinosaur Wars. Sign me up.
Let's look
Stephen
at
Dorff.
Welker.
Yes,
Welker,
Stephen
there he-
Dorff and Frank Welker
Yes.
is in every cartoon.
But
Is that the Stephen Dorff? You think?
Yes, he
That's
played the
wow.
youngest. He played the youngest Dino Rider, the little boy in it,
Oh.
and
we
he's
have a-
also better luck next time, Chucky.
That's what I was going to see if you could pull Joe to play maybe at the end.
Oh, let me
This
look
club.
that up. Yeah. Let me find that.
And Don Gilvezan was the voice of Buster Bunny, I believe, in Tiny Toons. So he's another veteran. Peter Cullen is Optimus Prime. Does a lot of
Mhm.
voices in
Yeah,
here.
I can recognize his voice.
Yeah. Who else is in here?
They spent some money on this.
Look, we're 2 minutes in. Nobody's ridden a dinosaur yet.
Wait for it. Got some pterodons there.
The dreadlocks closing in on us.
What do you think of his hairstyle?
Oh.
His hair kind of
Uh,
bounces
it's
too when he goes
dreadlock-
forward.
It's
The
definitely a
dreadlocks.
helmet.
That's
Like,
a nice
yeah.
secondary action on the hair there.
Yeah,
Oh,
is that what that's called in animation?
Yeah, when like something moves and stops and some the inertia.
What do you think? I mean, obviously they don't have a huge budget, but animation so far, what's your opinion?
You know what? The animation in this is pretty good. I gotta say.
Well,
And,
I was gonna,
and
yes,
the art
definitely.
in general.
Well, you don't see this in Filmation, like them actually moving the hair, right?
Hmm.
Or them moving really much at all. Them
I think they put a little
they're
extra-
sliding down slides.
They put a little extra mustard into the pilot here.
That's probably true. Yes.
It's almost like he's got his hair pulled back as if he's about to do like a YouTube makeup tutorial or something. You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of what it reminds me of. Or maybe there's a Jennifer Aniston kind of
Closing in on us.
A lot of the animation was outsourced to Korea. A lot of
Wait, say it
Korean
again?
studios. A lot of Korean studios worked on this for the outs.
Oh,
for
okay,
the- for
that
the
makes
animation.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, usually that was what we found is if they outsourced it to like overseas, Asia specifically, it's generally a cut above some of the stuff they did in house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess mileage varies.
And the whole Roulon Armada is right behind. We've only one chance for escape. Turret, prepare for space-time energy projection.
But the step is damaged. We may not have the power to make it.
Turret, activate the step now.
It's no use, Questar. I'm giving it all she's got.
The Valorian starship is going to gamma acceleration, Lord Krulos.
The Valorians are still within range. Don't let them escape. Engage tractor beam. No.
It's kind of the same voice as Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
isn't
It is.
Yeah.
Tractor beam is locked onto us.
We're getting a power surge. We may just make it.
They're draining our energy. We're losing power.
Disengage tractor beam.
Not bad for a crash landing.
Is everyone all right?
There appear to be no injuries.
How does he know?
Our sensors are still down.
There's no telling what's outside.
We'll have to check it out. Prepare to exit.
Prepare to exit.
Where are we, Questar?
Another world.
Oh, there is a woman.
Primitive world by the looks of it.
One untouched by Krulos' destruction. Oh, it's so
It's
beautiful.
pretty impressive
Gran.
art, I gotta say.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah. I think they did a really good job. Very few angiosperms, which are flowering plants, which is true to form.
Oh, see, I'm so glad we had you on. I did notice that they mixed a few different periods of the Jurassic and Cretaceous are kind of mixed all together here. But I mean,
yeah.
it's a company that made model railroads produced this. So what do you expect?
Oh, it's so beautiful, Grandfather.
How did a woman get in this cartoon?
I can imagine it, Serena. I sense we are
but that's not the same thing.
alone here.
Yeah, you can smell it.
Yeah, I don't know about this treatment of a blind person with just white eyeballs. I don't know if that's.
He looks pretty cool.
He does look cool. Yeah.
Wow! Look, over there!
That's
Those
Dorff.
look like dinosaurs.
That
They
Questar Jr.?
certainly do. And if those are dinosaurs, then this must be prehistoric Earth.
Dinosaurs! What are we waiting for? Let's do some exploring!
Let's kill him.
Gunner, bring everyone
Let's eat
out.
'em.
But keep close to the ship.
Playful music.
I don't know if Calliope music was the right.
Don't
here.
frighten it, young
Playful.
star.
We mean you no harm, my huge friend.
My huge friend.
I'm not your friend.
Dinosaurs, welcome to Earth, our new home!
We're taking over!
Ruin Armada!
Let's litter!
It's been 2 days now with no response.
I can't tell if these are the good guys or bad guys.
Impossible! My
It's too early to
forces
tell.
are everywhere!
Unidentified beings heading this way.
The Valorians. I want them destroyed. Not enough.
I know, what are the dinosaurs?
I mean,
Yeah.
their lasers suck, too.
Yeah. They don't even dent the skin.
Dinosaurs everywhere. We've been dragged through time.
Welker.
Questar has done this
They gotta
to
dig
me.
at the cantina
His
tonight.
space-time energy projector. I must have it to return to
Gotta
my empire.
Drink something with dry ice in it.
But how
Gotta go.
will we get the step, Great Krulos?
The Valorians must be destroyed. Rasp, assemble a hunting party. Hammerhead, prepare the lava caves for brain boxing. I will build.
Brain
Ooh,
boxing.
Brain
Yeah.
boxing.
That's what they do to control the dinosaurs.
I tip my hat to them for they're all different, right? Like
I
normally,
noticed that too.
yes, they're all like a unique character. They are
Yeah.
like performers at the cantina.
Yeah,
You
they're
gotta
sort of
move some toys.
yeah,
That's
that's
true.
exactly it. They're sort of vaguely reptilian or insectoid, I think.
Dinosaurs.
They should be closer related to the dinosaurs. though,
Exactly.
right?
Well,
That's
think
what I
it's-
was thinking.
Yeah.
Like,
They should be able to talk to them directly, right?
yeah, you would
Yeah.
think that they would like form a bond. in some
Yeah,
way for
but
being-
Nick, it could kind of be like how like we're found footage festival and like the everything is terrible guys. Like we didn't get along with them at first.
Right.
And, like,
Exactly.
TV Carnage, like we kind of butted heads at first. and
Even
then we
though
all
we're
became-
similar, we have
Exactly.
differences.
yeah.
I think
and
it's
then you fell in
exact-
love.
Yeah, and then we fell in love. That's exactly it.
I was just
Yeah.
listening to this just now. It seems like I don't know if we have any Melinda mixers from VCR Party who will remix stuff, but I think this would be a good sample to
Oh, okay.
put like with a Biggie track or something.
Let's hear it.
Excellent. The brain box works perfectly.
It seems a good plan, Lord Krulos.
Of course, the tractor beam seemed a good plan, too.
Do not grow too bold, Rasp.
Quiet, Welker. I believe that's Welker talking to himself there, because I think
Oh.
he does both. Of the main
Oh.
voices. Yeah.
He's always wanted to strangle himself, I guess.
Exactly.
Of course not.
Well,
Doing a
Lord
little
Krulos.
therapy.
Welker can do gravelly, huh? He can do like he can do
Yeah,
that.
apparently.
There's
Yeah,
nothing you
but
can't do.
nothing. Another animal voice.
I always
Still
thought it was just squeaky, like squeaky dogs.
No, he does do animal noises and yeah, chittering things, but
Yeah.
no, he can also do gravelly, I
He
guess.
just keeps getting better.
We got to get him on this show.
Definitely.
Come on, young star. Let's race.
You're on, little buddy.
This kind of reminds me of the scene in Swiss Family Robinson where they ride the ostriches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these are Deinonychus.
Deinonychus?
Deinonychus, yeah. I believe they're supposed to be. Yeah.
And this is how they would walk, right? They're sort of bipedal.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Cool.
And they
I
had
think
people
that's
on the
about-
back of them?
Yeah.
that-
and there's some people who think so.
Right.
Yes.
What is the biggest misconception people think about dinosaurs that's not true?
That they were all big, I think, is the biggest misconception. There were dinosaurs that were the size of house cats. So
And you know the thing, like sometimes you see a bird that's just like really dinosaur-y.
yeah.
You know, like sometimes you'll be like, "Oh, that looks like a dinosaur." Like I can picture dinosaurs when I see that
Technically, they
weird
are
bird.
dinosaurs. They're called avian
Right, exactly.
dinosaurs.
Exactly. That's
And
when
they-
you kind of realize it.
They have cloacal openings. I mean,
They
I had a
do.
canary, so I know that firsthand.
buddy.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And he's heading this way. Go back to the ship.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me, Pipsqueak. I'll go.
Better luck next time, Chucky.
Questar! Questar! A Tyrannosaurus Rex is attacking! Youngstar's trying to stop him!
Gunner, Serena,
Youngstar.
So is that his name his entire life?
Yeah, I guess he'll be
Like
Youngstar
even when
until
he's
he's
old, he's gonna be Youngstar?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like Lil Wayne. Like Lil Wayne got the name when he was like probably 14 or so.
You're
but
right.
now he's an adult and he's big.
Now he's in his
not
mid
Lil.
70s. We still call him Lil Wayne.
Exactly.
And he's pardoned.
Oh, that's right.
Again, didn't just seem like the animation cycle because he had to turn and then go over a log there. So putting a little more effort in here.
I would love to see the second episode, or maybe even like the 10th
third.
episode. Because
Yeah.
Rebecca, you brought up the point, like they might be throwing it all into the first episode. Like
I know, and we do have 3 other VHSs of this at the office, I think. So but this is the only one I had here. So we should watch the other ones eventually.
Oh, I don't suppose you can fly.
Why aren't they controlling T-Rex's mind with their medallions? Ineffective lasers.
that's a bad guy, Dinosaur. The dinosaur's evil.
Yeah.
Youngstar, are you all right?
Not for long.
Full guns.
Help, my friends. We need your help.
I guess the T-Rex is impervious to
Why
mind.
don't they talk sense into him?
That's what I don't get. Maybe he's just too carnivorous. I don't know. For some reason.
I mean,
For-
they seem like dicks.
T-Rexes.
Yeah.
The
What were you
dick-
say, Rebecca?
I was gonna say, just be patient.
Okay, all right. All right.
Also, the
Let's save the celebrating for later.
At my birthday party.
You can run, Questar, but with that beast under my control, you are finished, destroyed at last.
I'll rip that rat band right off your head.
The only thing more exciting than Turbo Hopper is Aero Turbo Hopper, the hottest off-road action you've ever seen. It leaps into the air. Because it's radio controlled, go anywhere, do anything, fun and speed. Yahoo! Over rocks and through the mud. Real turbo racing action. You just hit the turbo power to make the pass and win.
Look at that. I mean, you would try to do this, but never in your
Pass
wildest.
and win. Aero Turbo Hopper and Turbo.
Yeah, that's what my backyard looked like.
That took 38 takes.
Oh yeah, exactly. Look.
I
at
lived in a ravine, so this was easy for me to.
Director of Dukes of Hazzard produced this. Yeah.
Aero Turbo Hopper and Turbo Hopper. Only from Tyco RC.
As you commanded, Lord Krulos, the beasts are fully equipped and ready for testing.
Begin!
Shadow lasers, blazer sight guns, and rocket thrusters all functioning as expected.
It's not enough. I must have the mightiest of all, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Pretty cool dino sound.
Soon you will be mine. No!
Kind of the Ewok move here.
Quick, brainbox him.
Yeah.
Quick, brainbox him. Use brainbox as a verb.
That's still a top.
It kind of looks like one of those like hair follicle stimulation things from the catalog. What's the Sharper Image
The
catalog?
Sky Mall. The Sky Mall
Sky
catalog.
Mall. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Gonna
You know
regrow
what?
the T-Rex's hair.
You know what we should do one of these days? We should brainbox George. Like if we
I'm ready.
if we get in the same room with him, let's just like brainbox
We'll
him.
get on either side of him, and we'll have slingshots tied to ropes, and yeah.
Oh.
If we could harness his powers for good, I mean, imagine.
You can tell this is 32 years old because all the cloacas are drawn incorrectly.
I know. See, now knowing what we know now today,
Yeah.
Wait, cloaca, that's the magic hole, right?
that's the butthole.
Yes.
Yep.
Got it. Just say the magic hole.
Now the Valorians cannot stop me. Victory is mine.
All right, let's take a break and talk about what we've seen so far. So, everybody following the plot?
Yeah, I guess the good guys are trying to beat the bad guys.
Yeah,
the bad
basically.
guys want to take over.
People are riding
There's some
dinosaurs.
brainboxing going on.
Some brainboxing going on.
They're both sort of like controlling the dinosaurs, like as if the dinosaurs don't have their own free will, except I guess they're doing it friendlier on the good guys' side.
Well, they're trying to bring them on board by shooting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of I don't know.
The good guys can speak telepathically to them.
Right. So at least they're communicating with them. The other guys are the Rulons are just doing it through violence.
Yeah.
I think this might be like diplomacy versus like brute force. I think that maybe that's what they're trying to show here.
Charitable
Who
way to
knows?
look at it.
Who knows?
I think it's the history of North America right here being played out.
Yeah, it's in Dino Riders.
I want to correct that. I made a mistake. Dan Gilvezan, it was Spider-Man in the 1981. He was the voice of Spider-Man in the 1981.
I knew it was
Spider-Man.
familiar.
And Bumblebee in Transformers. Charles Adler was Buster Bunny, and I think he plays Questar. And Lad is the name of the little boy played by Stephen Dorff. You want to bring up the Stephen Dorff clip, Joe?
Yeah, I got it. You want to do it right now?
Yeah.
I just texted our buddy Dan Opsel. Rebecca, I don't know if you know about this, but our buddy Dan Opsel, he collects flubs. And there's this legendary flub that he remembers seeing on the MTV Music Awards in the 90s at some point. I can't remember which year. But Stephen Dorff got on stage, and I think he had just he had beaten Chucky from Child's Play. And he wanted to say, "Better luck next time, Chucky." It's hard for me to say it the right way. But instead, he said, well, I'll play the video.
Okay.
I'll play the clip. But I also want to say, I just texted... because Nick, I didn't know that you were I didn't know Stephen Dorff was a part of this cartoon.
This is called an audible here, yeah.
I texted him and immediately he's like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I was like, "Can you do it right now?" He's like, "Here it is." Like within 2 seconds. I got
Because you didn't have it handy, right? He showed.
No, I don't have it. It's his clip. So.
Oh, okay, great.
All right, so Stephen Dorff just won the whatever the
MTV
Kids' Choice Award. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And he's gonna talk trash to Chucky. Here we go.
Thank you very much to MTV and everybody that voted for me. Chucky, better luck next time.
Edgy.
Was that for WTF that he won?
Yeah.
It was the MTV one of those popcorn guys or whatever it was. Yeah.
Better luck next. And it goes Chucky. Better luck next time. I always say better luck next time, Chucky. But it's
I had
Chucky.
forgotten that as well.
Better luck next.
So it's been a flub every time you've said it.
Chucky gave him the finger? Too?
Yes. That's how edgy MTV could be.
Well, but I'm just going to say one more thing about the Stephen Dorff clip, and then I'll be done. Dan also said that when they would show it in reruns, they had ADR'd it. Like they had re-recorded the audio so that he said it correctly. He said, better luck next time, Chucky.
Yeah, they just swapped the vowel sounds in.
Yeah. They grabbed the E and they switched it with the U, and it all worked out. And but
they didn't
then
bring him in for an ADR recording session.
I doubt it.
Yeah, but anyway, he finally found it, and it was a big day for him.
Well, and this may be one of his early acting gigs as Lad.
Definitely.
Well, this has been a commercial-heavy episode for a cartoon that is a commercial, but how about some more commercials?
Yeah. 100% commercials.
George, what do we have?
Well, dinosaurs can be used to sell everything. And I believe we have a nice cross-section of commercials utilizing the corpses of long-dead beasts. Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
Dinosaurs, come on!
Capture the dinosaurs!
Those romping, stomping dinosaurs!
It's the dinosaur hunt!
I remember this one.
Dinosaurs from Chef Boyardee. Tasty, wholesome pasta that's a dinosaur hunt. 'Cause first one to capture all 3 dinosaur shapes wins.
It's a game nobody plays.
And dinosaurs with meatballs.
With really cheap meat.
He's real nice till you roll the dice. Turns and spins till someone wins. Dizzy Dinosaur from Playtoy.
They should remake that as like a heavy German strategy game. Dizzy Dinosaurs, but
with maybe like a German that goes through there and like spins around.
Yeah, you have to harvest. You have to harvest wheat, but also, Klaus Teuber designed.
Maybe it's Klaus Teuber that goes around and knocks over the thing.
Right.
Once upon a time, a baby dinosaur was born. Now, all this prehistoric fun is yours with talking baby dinosaur. Baby dinosaur has 6 clever things to say.
Clever things to say.
That's my baby. Gotta love me.
And I'll collect the entire Sinclair family. Earl, Frank.
And a baby.
Robbie, Charlene.
And a baby.
Yes, and a baby, too. Even Big B Richfield. Official talking baby and dinosaur figures sold separately.
Gotta love me.
Feel the power. Hear the roar. Bone Age, where cavemen fight in dinosaurs. Where T-Rex meets Triceratops in earth-shaking battles.
Tri-Tops convert to battle wagons. T-Rex convert to fly.
Whoa!
Bone Age, assemble monsters never seen before. From the bones of these mighty dinosaurs. T-Rex and Triceratops, each sold separately with a caveman. Feel the power of Bone Age.
And cavemen weren't around during dinosaur times, but that's the least. It reminds me of in Big, where they had he's working for the company and they had buildings that turned into robots, and they're like, nobody wants to play with a building. I don't know that. I mean, you have dinosaur skeletons that turn into slightly different dinosaur skeletons.
Yeah, it's a long walk, and I don't know how they pitch that either. Because why do they want to? They want to play with dinosaurs. They don't want to play with the skeletons. And if they're skeletons, are they the undead?
Right.
I think they were like dinosaurs and Transformers, but somebody said, well, Dinobots, but what if they're dead? Then we can get past the lawsuit. And of course, this didn't. Nobody remembers Bone Age, I don't think.
There wasn't any show or comic attributed to it, so there's no mythology.
But there's probably some poor kids who wanted Dino Riders, or they wanted Dino Transformers, and their parents just got them this, and they're really disappointed on Christmas
Those
morning.
poor children.
Oh. Bone Age? The hell is this,
Over
Mom?
16 million years ago, the most ferocious creatures the world has ever known mysteriously disappeared. Introducing Kingdom of the Dinosaurs.
Mom, guess what's in nuts?
Very meta.
Dinosaurs, super cool superheroes, Bullseye, Stings, Spike, and T-Bone.
Oh, these spun off from Street Sharks, which we watched a few weeks ago. So
I can see that.
They were actually in the cartoon as a spin-off, and then
Oh.
What, George?
They have the same dentist.
Yes,
as the
they
Street
do.
Sharks.
Extreme dinosaur. Part man, part dinosaur.
Cool.
Fighting to stop the evil raptor man. I'll have you for lunch. Eat this. Teeth, claws, muscles, and jaws. Extreme dinosaurs. Teeth, claws, muscles, and jaws. Figure sold separately.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
To recap, the way to win the Chef Boyardee dinosaur games to get the first to get all 3 shapes. Is that what it is, George?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's what I heard. I mean, yeah, that's how the rules were explained to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems like a fun game.
You guys want a little dinosaur party fact?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are closer in time to T-Rex than Stegosaurus was.
Wow.
So that's how different of time periods that those 2 dinosaurs are from.
Yeah.
And that's how long dinosaurs lived. That's crazy.
The Mesozoic is, I think, is about 130 million years. So yeah. So
What? So wait,
in Fantasia, when the T-Rex fights the Stegosaurus, could never happen.
Damn.
And that's you can only talk about that at dinosaur parties? Is that what?
I wish there were dinosaur parties.
But you couldn't invite both Stegosauruses and T-Rexes because
Yeah, they'd be like, "Who are you?"
So what kind of party is that? I don't know.
We're actually closer to Dizzy dinosaurs than we are to T-Rex too. Another
Wow.
Fun fact, yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, let's get into the thrilling conclusion. Then I have a fun game we can play after Dino Riders: The Adventure Begins.
All right.
Krulos will use the woods for cover when he attacks. Here and here.
The monocloni are positioned to counterattack across here.
I'm thinking out loud right now.
Serena?
We're as ready as we'll ever be.
Boy, are they in for a surprise.
Don't underestimate Krulos. He's beaten us before.
He won't this time.
I'm checking on Gunner.
Nervous, young star?
Nah, it's the waiting.
I was gonna say, Nick, can you back up? I was gonna stop.
Oh yeah,
cloaca, right?
Yeah.
Leaves little to the imagination, cloaca-wise.
It's a cloaca cover, is what it's called.
Yeah. Couple magical flaps.
So one woman and not a single person of color in this show, I don't think. So
no.
Is the blind? Man?
I don't know if
maybe he's Hispanic. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
Star?
Aren't they from another planet?
Yeah.
A lot of blondness going on.
The waiting that gets to me.
I wish I could fight the Rulons. Lad, your mission is important. You must go
Chucky,
now.
better luck next time.
Everything set, Gunner?
Yep. All this Diplodocus and I need is a Rulon regiment to play with.
I have a feeling it won't be long. I can't wait to deal with Krulos on even terms.
Are you still talking to me?
Fools.
You're muttering. I can't hear you.
While we prepare for war.
Future binoculars. They're slightly different viewfinder than.
Oh, I see. And it sounds like he's always
whatever their plan.
Yeah.
They cannot.
He's like doing the alphabet. He's like A, B,
Yeah.
C.
Beat me, I will destroy them, and their step will return
There's the toy
me to
line right
my
there.
empire.
It's all
I
bad
think
guys,
the bad guys have the better toys. I think
Attack!
they get the T-Rex.
Yeah, no, like.
Mount up, quickly!
Mount me quickly. they
Behind
hit,
the bush.
They hit him in a bush. What's he doing? He's just gotta wait there.
Waiting there for this very moment.
And okay, so they are animal slaves too. Then.
Yes,
All
they
right,
are.
So they didn't. Okay.
But apparently they're more willing. They convince.
It's more of a friendship.
They're less bad guys than the other guys. They're
And
still
because
bad
people
guys.
are blonder, so we know
Yes.
they're the good guys. Is that right?
Right.
It's
Yeah,
kind of like he's got one of those chairs that helps old people go upstairs.
It helps you go up
Like in
dinosaurs.
Go
Like
up
in
the
Gremlins.
dinosaur.
Yeah, like in Gremlins.
Yeah. Cool pains and some cool movements. Like I like it.
Yeah, not bad. The animation's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Good battles.
Yeah, it's pretty good battles in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vipers!
Let's show those Rulons some real flying. Dive, Dawn.
Dawn?
Rat!
It's time you were ground grounded, Valorian. Permanently.
Happy
Seems like they should have some, like safety goggles or glasses.
Yeah, or a seatbelt.
Yeah.
I bet he was a cool toy.
Yeah.
Ah, how convenient. Vipers, the door. Fire on the door.
I can't hear you. You're too raspy.
Clear your throat.
They all smoke like a pack a day.
The step is ours. Hurry.
Oh, they're the bad guys.
John Carpenter does this whole song.
Yeah, I know. That's why
Crystal
it's good
is missing.
samples.
The step is useless without it.
Yes, Rasp. It will always be useless in the hands of Rulons.
Rasp, fetch me my menthols. Hard pack or
Out of my
soft,
way,
my
blind man.
liege.
Your sight is of little use to you now.
Really dark.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Let's have a fight.
You'll never get it,
Yeah.
Rulon. Forget ever returning to the future. The Rulon Empire is finished.
Kiss my cloaca.
Come on.
Another example, by the way, of a trapdoor in one of our cartoons that we watch.
Oh, trapdoors are
So
big.
convenient.
Yeah.
And they're always slightly brighter than the rest of the background. That's how you know.
It's a good way to not kill a character. You don't want to have death. Put them down a trapdoor.
Yeah.
Put them in a chute.
You think the characters would just look around for held cells, and then
Is that what they're called? Held cells?
held cells, because you
So
like.
that's
you'll
an
hold
animation cell that's on top of the background?
We
Yeah,
gotta write down
put
all
anime.
these terms.
I like this background here with the moss hanging off of the log there.
Yeah, and the ferns and everything. It's actually pretty. It's pretty.
Oh
on
yeah,
point.
you can see the ferns that kind of go like that. Yeah, it's cool.
I do kind of wonder because earlier they had haystacks. Sorry, like earlier I noticed they had haystacks, and I'm like, they must have, like, wheat didn't exist at this time.
I
so-
know. I think there's a part that I cut out where they talk about how they're starting to farm or something. So maybe
It seems like years have passed.
yeah,
but
I'm
it's
not
still-
unclear. I'm unclear on the timetable, but they're clearly like terraforming the planet immediately.
Yeah.
You've come a long way to die, youngster.
Up!
Looking for someone, fish face?
Yes, you. That has to be the coolest toy. Although
Leave this one to me, Hammerhead.
the
I want
Brontosaurus
the pleasure
like
of
30
this
inches
kill
long.
myself.
I bet the T-Rex is gonna turn. I'm gonna call it right now.
What did you say? It's gonna what?
I think the T-Rex is gonna turn on the bad guy,
Okay.
and that's gonna win it for him, and then the T-Rex is gonna join the good guys.
Okay, let's find out.
I'm calling it right
Now, Valorian, meet your destiny.
Speak for yourself, Trulo!
now. I mean, density.
Questar, you've
Speak for yourself, Krulos, but make it more understandable.
all over now.
I bet that toy shot projectiles.
They should have started with them.
Yeah. The animals are just collateral damage here.
There's no stopping them. Serena. close. Somehow I've got to de-brain box that giant.
Right.
I've got the D brain box. Now we've got brain box and D brain box.
Is
Wait,
D-brain...
he looks
First,
tiny.
wait. Is D-brain box, is that hyphenated or is that one word?
Well, Dino Riders we know is hyphenated, which I.
Well, no,
wait,
it's not hyphenated.
Well, it
Looks
is
like it's
one.
two words.
No, look right here. Dino Riders Adventure. It's hyphenated.
I know, but pan up.
Well, it has this thing which acts as a hyphen. So in all the print that
Hey,
I've seen.
Nick, I've seen a lot of hyphens in my day, and I don't think that's a hyphen.
Well, in all the literature, like on the back, it says Dino Riders hyphened. It's hyphened everywhere else.
Okay.
So, yeah, maybe
right.
the logo isn't. But wait, look how tiny Questar is compared to what's her name?
Serena?
Serena, yeah. Does that look off? Is it a perspective thing?
He looks. How old is he supposed to be? It's like a teenager.
I don't know. He's older than Youngstar. We know that.
Okay. Yeah, he is.
I'd be, yeah.
D brain box.
Retreat.
Coward.
We have won a
My
battle,
prediction didn't come true.
but only a battle.
Not yet.
Well, sort
The
of.
war goes on.
A war that we will win. We're not Valorians anymore. We're Dino Riders.
Hyphenated.
With a weird hyphen.
I don't know why he throws up things.
I don't know. That's his medallion.
Things.
It's his lanyard.
Yeah, gets him into Comic-Con.
My corporate ID.
Yeah, there's like all the toy manufacturers or producers on here.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know those were so important to like that you're going to end it on that shot.
Yeah,
that these
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Well, those are the
that,
things that allow them to telecommunicate to the dinosaurs.
Yeah, but guess what else? Like for the bad guys, the lasers got them on board. So
they should throw their lasers in the air.
really powerful.
All right, Dino Riders.
Dino Riders.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I wanted to mention that Dr. Robert Bacher was an advisor, and he's a very famous paleontologist who was the advisor on Jurassic Park.
Really? So that's
franchise.
far more detail than you would think for a toy-based cartoon.
That's why the dinosaurs are actually pretty good and pretty accurate.
But do you think that while he's doing that, he's just like, oh, what am I doing? Like they're putting lasers, the brain box, deep brain boxing. Like that's not a word.
Well, I read in a book called I think it was called Dinosaur Collections or Dinosaur Collectors, and he left the production because he didn't like the direction they were taking, primarily the Stegosaurus. So
that was his problem. It wasn't the animal slavery. It was the
it was the accuracy of the I mean, I don't know
the
if that's a
blind
rumor,
mystic.
but...
I'm fine with some animals being good and some being bad, but the Stegosaurus.
I'm fine with Youngstar being slightly smaller than the.
Well, it turns out that the toy line is so popular that just I think in 2019, the Entertainment Earth, which kind of does specialty toys for adults, basically, they did a new version with some more cool artwork, but the toys don't look as cool. You see how they're just kind of one color now and they're not mechanized?
Oh yeah.
So, but this is kind of a one-off thing that you can still buy for like $20. This pack here, and also in 2015 there was talk of making a feature-length movie, a live-action movie.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Which would be cool, but I guess it kind of went dead. There's been no news on it since 2018. But maybe this episode starts it.
Yeah, maybe. Does Jurassic Park? Do they have? They cornered the market on dinosaurs, right?
That's what I heard about the Dino Riders movie. That it's kind of difficult to market realistic dinosaurs.
Right.
For
in
that
a different
very
way.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, let's play a really dumb game.
Okay.
And this is based on dinosaur artwork and Dean Martin's face and neck. It's a game I like to call Dino or Dino. So I'm going to show you a close-up of either a dinosaur or Dean Martin's face or neck. And you have to tell me, I put them all in black and white. You have to tell me whether it's a dino or a dino, okay?
Oh, boy.
This is a great game.
All right.
Oh.
Here's your first image.
I'm going dino.
I'm going to go dino too.
George?
I'm going to go dino.
Okay. You're right. It is a dino.
That's
is
not
the detail there. What are we looking at?
That's not Dean Martin?
It's not Dean Martin, no.
Okay.
And are they able to actually fight too? These two? Is this?
Well, it's the trope that T-Rex and Triceratops would spar, like would fight. It's like you see it in every dinosaur media ever.
Right.
We know from T-Rex coprolites, which are fossilized dino poo, that T-Rex primarily preyed on juvenile dinosaurs. They wouldn't go for the big adults. So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow,
man.
QAnon was right.
Was it true that the T-Rex fought Dean Martin, though? Was that something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
T-Rex
Did you guys know that we are actually closer to Dean Martin living than the T-Rex was to Dean Martin?
That can't be true.
All right, let's look at our next thing. Are we looking at a close-up of a dino or dino here?
I really like this game. I'm going to go ahead and say first. But I'm going to go ahead and say that looks like a dinosaur neck. Black and white and really fuzzy.
Yeah. I've blown these up a lot. What are you going with, Rebecca?
I'm going with dino.
Okay, and George?
100% dino.
Okay, let's take a look. It's Dino. There's the old Dino's neck. You can see there's the close-up.
It's so close.
It's very close.
It really is. Yeah.
All right, next one. Now, Dean Martin, famously ruddy complexion from drinking so much.
Mm-hmm.
Dinosaurs often had spotted skin as well. So are we looking at a dino or dino here?
Oh, that looks really leathery to me, Nick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with Dino on this one.
Dino, okay. Rebecca?
I'm going to go dino.
Okay, and George?
That's a dino.
Well, let's take a look. That's right. It is.
These aren't dinosaurs.
Oh, really? This is part of some sort of book of dinosaur and prehistoric art. But what are we looking at there?
Nick, what were you sold here?
That's the predator is a Gorgonopsian of some sort. These actually are from the Permian period, which predates dinosaurs.
Really? So pre-dino.
So the only one who got it wrong was Nick.
Yeah. So I've been beaten at my own game.
But were they members of the Rat Pack is my question.
Yes, they were. Yeah, they all were. All right, last one. This is not much to go on here, but are we looking at dino or dino?
That's dino.
Okay, Rebecca?
Dino. I'll go dino.
George?
Trick question, Peter Lawford.
Another member of the Norman Fell. No, we're actually it was a trick question. We're looking at Dino on a dino. You can see. Yeah, there's the detail that we were zoomed in on, but yeah,
I knew it.
Yeah, so
I knew it.
All were kind of right, and that's how you play Dino or Dino.
I think that's a reboot right there.
I want to keep that game going. I think there's more legs to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's here to stay. Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Before we go, I wanted to point out that a viewer, Wayne, she did some viral marketing for us. She actually she went around to grocery stores and did. You can see here she's got Apple Jacks and she did Saturday morning cartoons and just put it there, left it in the grocery store. And we encourage everyone to do this because we can't afford advertising. There's Honey Smacks. There's Mr. T. And finally, she just put this next to Mr. Sprinkles. This is Saturday morning cartoons featuring cartoon all-stars to the rescue.
Wayne! Yes.
Simon talking about marijuana. So
that's going to see a lot of eyes. That's going to get a lot of eyes right there. I mean,
at least at that Queens grocery store. Yeah. So, but we'll take all the eyes we can get. So I just can't help but thinking that there's some kind of lesson we might be able to glean from this. George?
Oh, I think there's a lesson for us here. Little kids love dinosaurs. These terrible lizards are the perfect mirror of their rudeness, desire for violence, and propensity for indiscriminate outdoor defecation. But now that we as a species are facing our own extinction, perhaps we can draw a different lesson from them about the legacy we'll leave behind, to be unearthed and used as models for toys and pasta shapes. Because behavioral paleontology tells us that dinosaurs weren't uniformly cruel. For every velociraptor, there was a Barney. In other words, dinosaurs really tell us we have a choice about our behavior. So let us leave a message to the future by rising above our shortcomings, and not just dino fly, but dinosaur. And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
Wow. Dinosaur. How can people follow you? I mean, follow you on Instagram. I can put up your handle and on Twitter and all that.
Sure. On Instagram, I am Rebecca_Dart_art. And on Twitter, I am R_Dart.
Amazing artwork. I love following you. And thank you so much for all the dinosaur facts. You really classed up the show today.
You really did. You made this like an educational show for the first time ever.
Yeah, for the kids. You know.
I learned a lot.
I did too. Well, there's so many more dinosaur cartoons, so maybe you can come back and be our resident dino expert.
Oh, I'd be honored, guys.
Well, happy Shaturday, everybody. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week.
Better luck next time.
We mean you no harm, my huge friend.